We're back, guys. How you doing? We got a lot to talk about here. Alyssa Mercante is back in the news. Earlier this last week, she actually had her boyfriend doxxed, and we disavowed it. I openly disavowed it. A few others have, but they're still trying to play this whole, oh, she's a target of harassment narrative out there that we're encouraging bad things to happen to her. Never mind that she attacks and has her simps like this guy, Jake Steinberg, who just tried again today to come after Smash JT and essentially blame a lot of things on him. We're going to talk about this article in a minute, but we're also going to talk about the latest Twitter situation going on where Alyssa Mercante said, if you do not denounce the harassment perpetuated by the community, you've created, you're condoning it. Keeping in mind, this is a woman that's contacted people's wives and laughed about it, that encouraged censorship and deplatforming, that has also tried to write hit pieces about other people. Don't let her fool you. She is not a victim. She's not some kind of like Amber Heard of a Gamergate harassment campaign, as much as she would like to try to have you believe that. And on top of that, we've had her throwing a shit fit about donations that are coming into Hypnotic's live stream, where people are sending super chats with jokes on Mercante's behalf. Keep in mind, when Alyssa Mercante streams on Twitch, if you look in her live chat, there's people that are talking about me, Smash, Grumps, Hypnotic, you name it, in the same vein, same types of jokes, if not even worse. But because it's her, she can't handle it. She cannot handle the criticism. And guess what? It goes both ways. If you want to denounce harassment, it goes both ways. If you don't want people talking about you, then don't talk about people yourself. Don't dedicate live streams to people yourself. Don't try to do frivolous lawsuits. And do not let your community donate or put messages in your live chats as well. But she doesn't understand this. These people are all insufferable. She even attacked other females. Shoutouts to Kira, calling out Kira. Imagine that. Someone that's a modern day feminist calling out a female. And then, of course, she called out Hypnotic. And there's all sorts of stuff to catch up here. So we're going to do a too long didn't read version of this whole situation. I hope you guys are having a good end of the holiday. We're right about to hit New Year's Eve. This is an article that Smash posted today called Alyssa Mercante Simp Jake Steinberg tries his darndest best again. So Jake Steinberg's defense of Alyssa Mercante, lies, omission, and echo chamber tactics. This is Jake Steinberg here, guys. He has me blocked already. He's one of those guys that Alyssa can't do no wrong, or his whole side. They all want a label of his rage bait grifters that are just lying and all this crap, but this guy literally does what he says right here. He literally is just a yapper. Going on, it says that Jake has now emerged as her staunch white knight defender. This is the thing that he posted right here. In response to Alyssa throwing a shit fit about these super chats, where she said, this isn't a harassment campaign. People paid to have these jokes read out loud, right? Jokes are not harassment. Your people do the same thing, Alyssa. Quit trying to be a victim. But this individual, Jake, says the thing dumb fucks miss is that it's not about these words coming out of a harasser's mouth, though Jeff has said equally fuck stuff. It's about knowingly cultivating and profiting off a space that encourages and celebrates this behavior. I think these guys need to take a look in the mirror, because these guys encourage and celebrate deplatforming. They encourage and celebrate doxing. They encourage and celebrate harassment of anybody that's not in their woke echo chamber. So this guy ran his mouth again, trying to get a gotcha on Smash JT and I guess the Hypnocast that was on Saturday Night Hypnosis, where we had some of these messages come in that were jokes saying that Alyssa Mercante has a leaky roof and that she flicks her bean and other stuffs like that, right? They threw a whole fucking gasket about it. We're also going to look at what Alyssa Mercante had to say about it. Now, and I agree with this whole statement right here. Smash says the deliberate conflation or reality of blaming him for actions that are completely outside of his control isn't just misleading, but a blatant attempt to pin unrelated behaviors on me. It's the epitome of lying by omission, a consistent hallmark of their tactics. And if you look at the lawsuit that was filed, and if you look at the previous cease and desist, Mercante even tried to blame Kiwi Farms, and she tried to blame Destiny, the omniliberal, tweeting out about Hassan and her at TwitchCon on Smash. She tried to literally say she lost her job because of Smash, because of anti-Semitic complaints sent her way. It's almost like they want to try to pin everything that is their fault on Smash and other people. So going on, it says Jake's agenda is actually pretty simple and straightforward. Cherry pick out of context clips and tweets to sway public opinion, ignoring any nuance or counter arguments. So Smash clapped back. And this is all on Twitter if you guys want to go. Saying, notice how people like Jake knows it operate to push an agenda. Though Jeff has said equally fucked stuff, yet for some strange reason, they never provide any evidence. Yeah, where's all the equally fucked up stuff that Jeff has said? They always want to say that out there. Jeff has only reported public tweets and public articles and public video clips that Mercante herself has said. They constantly showcase only their side by using out-of-context clips, tweets to try and sway public opinion, which that's happened to me recently with Review Tech USA. These are loose words used to mold and fit any argument that in the grand scheme are completely meaningless. Now, you can see Smash says this is why people like Jake ultimately always lose. Their arguments crumble under scrutiny because they rely on innuendos and blatant misdirection instead of concrete evidence. But these people will be the ones to tell you that we push narratives, right? Like the other day, Mercante actually went after Park Place saying that they're trying to push a narrative about CD Projekt Red. But never mind that these people operate in a worser vein of that. He gives an example saying, for instance, when Jake claims that she didn't dox anyone, he completely ignores the actual issue. Alyssa Mercante's jubilant sharing of a legal document that redacted her own info while publishing mine. And you can see Smash's reply saying, it's pretty clear Alyssa did in fact dox me quite jubilantly, I might add, by sharing a legal document redacting her own info but publishing mine. You guys continue to lie by omission. It is a definition of fake news. Remember, you look on the legal thing, his house address is literally right there. She meant to do that. Even if this court case doesn't go any further, in my opinion, she meant to do that. She put his address out there. And in the same fucking sentence, she said she was redacting hers for fear of harassment. No fucking care that Smashes went out there with his family, his wife, and his kids. These people are evil. They're vile. That was a loophole of a trick. And all these people that are on her side, oh, he didn't dox you. But now all of a sudden that Kiwi Farms posted her boyfriend's info. It's a dox, right? That's a dox, but the legal action wasn't. The legal paper that had Smash's address wasn't a dox that you publicly shared out, knowing what you were doing. Get out of that. So yeah, she attempted to minimize Alyssa's behavior. Now here's another screenshot because these people continue to turn a blind eye saying that they didn't dox, that she didn't call anyone's family, even though she openly admitted saying that she contacted Smash's wife. Okay? She contacted Smash's wife. Smash says again, ignoring the actual obvious complaint by using slippery language to try and pretend she didn't roundabout dox me. It's pretty clear Alyssa did in fact dox me quite jubilantly. So this is all on Twitter. These are all screenshots. Continuing on, the very next lie, she didn't call anyone's family. Smash says, my guy, are we really going to split hairs on this? Instead of saying what she didn't do, you should clarify what she's done. So looking at this, you guys remember, we covered all of this. This is all the screenshots from her DMs contacting Smash's wife. With the intent to ruin his marriage, with the intent to cause problem. And you can see right here, her message that, anyway, I found your wife's Facebook. Like, literally trying to intimidate him. A vile woman. And you can see this whole thread, Smash has to talk to himself, of course, because Jake has Smash blocked. So you have to put the receipts. You have to put the evidence. But, of course, some of these people have derangement syndrome so hard that they don't want to admit that they're in the fucking wrong. Like, they literally will die on this fucking hill. They literally will die on this hill. And honestly, right here, Smash hits it on the head, saying, "What's most telling is that Jake makes his accusations while keeping me blocked on Twitter. By doing so, he ensures I can't directly refute his misinformation to his audience." When you take a step back to see for what this really is, though, it's really disgusting. This is a classic tactic of those who thrive in echo chambers. So yeah, this guy's a joke. This guy is an actual living, breathing joke. Like, what's this mean? Dude uses holding people accountable as a shield so often, yet the only material action he takes is complaining about people who are paid to write about video games. It goes deeper than that. If you think that all the people that we write about, especially Alyssa, are just writing about video games, you're turning a blind eye. And you're a big problem too. In fact, the whole idea of you have to denounce harassment, what she's tried to say, if you do not denounce the harassment perpetrated by the community you created, you're condoning it, Jake. This falls for you. This falls for everybody. Wash your crack. Alyssa, Jake, fucking Rebecca Valentine, you name it. Everybody on Kotaku detected. If you don't denounce the harassment on y'all's end, you are condoning it. It goes both ways. Enough with that crap. So anyways, what this really stemmed from, it stemmed from this whole situation with the jokes on his stream, where she called out a woman. She called out a woman by the name of Kira. You see, I've seen this happen several times in the last few weeks. Women and other marginalized folks who have made their personality kowtowing, that's a new word, kowtowing to bigots, find they aren't spared the eye of Sauron. So she's the eye of Sauron, guys. She's being exposed by Mercante for being an independent woman that could think for herself, right? May she receive what she puts out into the world. If she's receiving what she puts out into the world, what are you receiving? That's what I want to know. If she's going to receive what she puts out into the world, what are you receiving, Alyssa Mercante? Can you answer that? Because if you're getting hate and you're getting harassed and all this, what are you receiving? And you can see, this was earlier when she said, I paid $4.99 money well spent. Pick me levels are nuclear. She got put in her place by Kira. And you can see, hail to all the ladies from the bigot army. Kira, shout outs to Kira, by the way. Great supporter of the channel and of all the friends. Now, of course, she tried to blame Hypnotic, right, for all these jokes about her. And Hypnotic went the fuck off, saying, I don't do videos about you. I don't talk about you, yet you still keep coming back like a bad STD. Yes, reading super chats is a thing. It is rude not to read super chats from your subs. If you had a fan base, you would know this. They were also super chatting, roasting the panel. Did you skip those? Which they do. They make jokes against Atreus all the time. They make jokes against Smash. Nobody's crying. Did it not fit the narrative? There's a trigger warning at the start of every show. It seems you're choosing to ignore it and continue to watch, which is exactly what the warning says. If subscribers want to joke about you, then that is their choice. There are 192 super chats last night, and you decided to make all of it about you over 3 of them. So 3 super chats out of over 192 ruined her day, guys. You're unbelievably fucking pathetic. This is why I haven't done videos on you, even when relevant things happen. It's fucking boring at this point. This is an obvious plea for attention, trying to build a case against the chuds. And yeah, here's the disclaimer. Choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. 110%. And you can see in response to Jake, Hypnotic said it again. How exactly am I harassing someone who I don't make videos on anymore because she's irrelevant and boring, who I didn't invite to my stream? She joined on her own accord and watched. That's similar to how I sexually harassed her. She joined and participated in the chat on her own, right? Like she does every stream, and who I wasn't speaking to directly in any way by reading super chats from a supportive community. You're more fake than Jim Sterling's massive tits. Wow, what a own. Let's talk about what it's really about. Money. And that's it. It's always money. Every single goddamn one of you pretend to care about this shit online always brings a conversation back to money. They're cultivating and profiting off a space that encourages and celebrates this behavior. So yeah, they're only crying because there's money that people are donating and showing support for Hypnotic, for Smash, for myself. That's all it really comes down to. That's why we're called grifters, because nobody's supporting them off of their little left-wing grift at the end of the fucking day. So again, Jake Steinberg made an ass about himself and just doesn't know how to cope. He's literally coping and seething. Alyssa Mercante is also coping and seething. And again, if you want to try to say that people have to denounce harassment, you have to do it on your end as well. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. I appreciate you guys watching. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you on the next one.